Applause for Matt one more time. Doing the hard work to start this off. I don't have many fat jokes, so I'll try to see what I can come up with on the fly. You guys are a good-looking group. I like the diversity, the age, different backgrounds. That's fun. Y'all all live together. Do y'all hang out together like once a month and do things like this?
Twice.
Yeah? Twice a month? Yeah, that's awesome. What's the best thing y'all done so far? Casino night. Oh, that's a good one. You should invite us to casino night. That's good. You know, a lot of people are moving to Austin. Anybody in here, like, have you been in Texas your whole life? Anybody from Texas? Yeah? Where'd you grow up?
Here.
In Austin?
Yeah, my childhood in Austin and Old Coastline. Corpus, Florida.
Ah, Corpus, yeah. Cool. Yeah, nice. Where'd you grow up?
Here.
In Austin also. Nice. Did y'all know each other? No. Who does he belong to? What's your name? Lonnie. Who's mom and dad, Lonnie? Back there. All right. That's fantastic. That's good. Where'd you guys move here from?
I was here to study medicine, and I'm from India.
From India. That's a small little country, right? There's not.
I'm from a city close to Mumbai.
Mumbai. That's nice. What about you in the back, bud? Where'd you grow up?
Southern California.
Except one of those people, huh? That's okay. It's all right. You're allowed to be here. It's good. What about you with the hat there? Where'd you grow up?
Mississippi. Ooh.
Nice. Mississippi's fun. Mississippi's fun.
My cousin.
That's
My
good.
cousin and my cousin's mom is born in Mississippi.
Lonnie's got family from Mississippi. That's good. Yeah. I've grown up in Texas my whole life. I've been in Austin for about 20 years and love Austin. It's a booming city. And I just make jokes that I didn't have to ever leave Texas because y'all keep moving here. So make it a fun place. If you haven't met very many Texans, you'll notice that Texans love Texas. Like, we like stars, we like our flag, we like trucks. And I tell people the reason that Texans love Texas so much is because we're surrounded by such horrible states, right? So luckily Mississippi doesn't fall into that category, but let's kick it off with Louisiana, right? Anybody from Louisiana? Yeah. I got a finger pointing to somebody. Okay. Hey. Well, Louisiana is like your middle school crush. Like, you start there, but you don't stay there, right? And he got out. He got to Texas, And then you got Arkansas right above. Arkansas is like your cousin that's a meth addict. Right? I mean, you love them, but you don't want to beat them, right? Yeah. And then you got Oklahoma. Anybody from Oklahoma? Yeah. Oklahoma's state motto, Oklahoma is okay. Like, that's a cry for help, right? And then New Mexico, anybody from New Mexico? It's called the land of enchantment, but you got to get all the way up into Santa Fe before you see anything, right? That's a ghost town. That's crazy. So that's why the reason Texans love Texas is it just so happens to be the states we're around. And so you got to put up with this if you're not from here. We're very proud of Texas. Well, I don't want to make anybody too uncomfortable right here at the beginning of our comedy show, but I actually work as a pastor for a small Christian church over by the Domain. Yeah, and I tell people the world has gotten so bad that God is now sending pastors out to come and get you. God can no longer wait for you to come to Him. He's like, we're going to come find you. I tell people I'm like a spiritual Liam Neeson. Like, I don't know who you are, but I will find you, and I will pray for you. Sometimes people can get nervous, talking to a pastor, or they get really religious, right? They start telling me, like, about their uncle who's a deacon, or they got a grandmother who was a missionary, and, like, one guy got so nervous around me, he started saying, heaven, yeah. You guys got that. Most people don't get that. I have to, like, tell them. Y'all are smart. Yeah. That's a laugh. I'm going to count that. Yeah. Usually at this point, people will say things like, is this guy really a pastor? Is this like a bit? Like, I really am a pastor. And then people will say things like, so are you trying to be one of those cool pastors? And that hurts. And this whole outfit came from Costco, so I think you get it, right? One of the things I do as a pastor is I visit people in the hospital. It's a pretty pastoral thing to do, right? Most of my life, people find out I'm a pastor. It's like, you know. But when it comes to a hospital, I'm a freaking rock star. You start knocking on death's door, and all of a sudden, everybody wants to talk to a pastor. Yeah, you try to visit that friend at the hospital, they're not going to let you back there. But for a pastor, I can go anywhere I want. Doctors and nurses are like, get him in here. We've really messed up this time. This insurance bill is going to be crazy. They're desperate, right? Yeah, one time I was visiting somebody in neurology ICU. Like his brain was bleeding out. Serious moment with the family in a circle. Very sad. And somebody in the family raised their hand and they said, do you think some peppermint oil would help him? Any essential oil people in here? Those are some fanatics, right? They're like cutting off the back of his skull. And they have the audacity to think, if you rub some peppermint oil on his feet, yeah, he died. And so it didn't help him. I also will do marital counseling. Got any married people here? Any married? Yeah, we'll do some counseling right here. Yeah. Some of marital counseling kind of feels like my comedy show sometimes, right? It's just me, like 2 people in a room. Nobody's laughing. Yeah. And then I'll officiate a wedding. Anybody engaged? We can pull the trigger right here if we need to. Yeah. You're engaged? How long are you engaged? Couple of months. Do you have a date? Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today. That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah.
Within a year.
Within a year. That's good. Yeah. Keep it open, you know. Just kind of test the waters. One time I officiated a wedding out in the hill country. Like not the wealthy part, like the trailer part. And this couple, you know, at a wedding they'll do like a unity candle. This couple did a unity branding. You ever smelled burnt flesh at a wedding? I have. It's not good. Are you guys that committed in your marriage that you would do a branding? Maybe a matching tattoo? Yeah. This is my wife right here, 26 years of marriage. I'll give her a round of applause. 26 years of marriage. We're so committed in marriage. I said, babe, let's go get matching tattoos. She says, let's go do it. She went first, and it looked so painful. I was like, I'm not going to do it. This is so sad. Like, it's a wedding ring tattoo that she has, and I don't. It's painful getting a tattoo. Like, I just couldn't do it. But I'm committed. Yeah, sometimes as a pastor, I will meet with teenagers, right? Sometimes in the family, parenting's gotten so difficult. Kids got to come meet with the pastor, right? It's one of the best parts about church. You can send the kid to the pastor. So I sit down with this teenager and I said, look, bud, you know, parents' house, parents' rules, pretty simple. Teenager says, well, it's our house. I was like, that's cute. I was like, one day if you buy a house, and in this economy, that could be tough, then it'll be your house. But right now, it's a parent's house, parents' rules. To which the teenager said, okay, boomer. Okay, you didn't have to laugh that hard, but I was like, first of all, I'm Gen X, okay? So don't put me in that category. And second of all, I said, hey, have you ever thought about canceling Netflix in your house? And the teenager said, well, no, it's my parents' account. I was like, that's the whole house, right? You know, one of the things people say about church that they don't like is because, you know, church is a bunch of hypocrites. You guys hear that? Church is just a bunch of hypocrites. And but I think you're looking at it all wrong if you look at it that way. You know, because think about when you're having a really hard part of life, you know, job didn't go so well, a fight in your marriage, feeling discouraged. And then you think about that hypocrite in the church, and you feel better. Right? It's like going to the gym and seeing somebody who's a little more out of shape than you are. Or like you go to a wedding and one person's not near as attractive as the other, and you're like, there's hope. If hypocrites in the church were living their best life, then that would totally make sense, right? It's like people at CrossFit. Those people are the worst, right? But I think hypocrites in the church are like holding us, keeping us going, right? So don't give up on them just yet. Yeah. Hey, I'm not just a pastor, though. I've been married 26 years. Yeah, we'll give a round of applause again for that. You know, probably one of the most difficult parts of my marriage, to be honest with you, is Amazon. I walked into our bedroom recently, and she's 3 pairs of shoes, same stores, same colors, same size. I'm like, babe, what are we doing? And she looked at me like that was the dumbest question I could have asked. This whole time they told us to invest in technology companies. Like, we should have been investing in companies that make cardboard boxes. Every time my wife clicks purchase, I can hear a tree in Oregon start to cry. And then don't get me started on these Amazon drivers, like getting way too comfortable in my house. Our guy walked past me the other day, and he was like, hey, bud, how do you like those sheets you got for your bed? I'm sorry, what? This whole time we were supposed to be watching out for Alexa. I need to be watching out for Steve, the Amazon driver. Yes, he's walking off. He's like, tell Holly I'll see her tomorrow. For brunch? Like, why do y'all know each other? It's way too personal. Anybody do any vacations over the summer? Any more exciting? Where'd you go on vacation?
Germany and Turkey.
Did you say Germany?
Yes.
And Turkey?
Yes.
Okay. I went to Galveston. Throw that out there. We like to go to beaches, and what my wife does at the beach is basically spend our whole time just picking up seashells. My girl loves seashells. And I'm sitting there watching her, and I'm thinking to myself, like, this is basically skeletal remains of sea life. Like, in no other part of life would this be acceptable. Like, we were in the Rocky Mountains, we saw the carcass of an elk, we ran for our lives, right? We were in New Orleans, we saw those above ground crypts, like, nope, not interested. But when it comes to dead sea life washing up on the shore, everybody's like, yay, so pretty. Bro, that's a crime scene. That's dangerous. You see, I turned 50 this year. Yeah? No applause for that? Okay. Yeah, I like being 50. When I was younger, I felt all this pressure about, like, you know, how smart am I going to be, and, like, what am I going to do with my life? Now I know. Like, this is it. Kind of a ride, right? I knew I was getting older because I started watching Paramount Plus all the time. Yeah. You got Blue Bloods, like 12 seasons. It just feels safe, right? Like, I'm at an age in life, like when I go down the stairs, like I hold the handrail. Like, I'm not going to risk it. And it's just weird as you get older. I don't know if anybody else is over 50, but like even like going to the bank. Has anybody been to the bank recently? Like, that's a different experience. Like, I walked into a Royal Wells Fargo recently, and the lady behind the counter was like, hey, everything you need here is online. And I was like, well, yeah, I'm already here. And she's like, yeah, but everything you need here, it's on the app. And I said, look, lady, I work as a pastor. Like, I already deal with one invisible entity all week. Like, I don't need another. I want to see my overdraft fees face to face like a normal human being. You know, because banks and churches are kind of similar when you think about it, right? I mean, there's always somebody whispering things like, what's in your wallet? Hey, thanks so much.